Alright. So, I think we're done here. Let's leave and see where the land, well, where our wandering takes us. They move a lot faster, I feel, than the other guys. Sure could use some more supplies in our cart, a raven says, tightening his belt. Kind of miss having those other folks around. They might not have been worth a damn in a fight, but they knew how to track animals and spot berries just about anywhere. I don't want to send them hunting. I can track better than any of them. You set out and distance yourself from the ravens who come with you. The wind carries various scents, and you find the one for which you're looking. An hour later, the hunting party finds you spattered with the blood of 2 large deer. With no bow in your possession, they're awestruck. They carry the venison back to the others amid excited chatter. +4 renown, morale improved, +10 supplies. Damn.
If only once more.
I'm surprised I actually made a good choice for once in this. So the ravens are mostly humans. Remember the last time we saw this foul a blood axe? Shut up. Okay. Think the ghost of this dead bird has forgiven you for that wing yet? Spar asks. The other ravens, including Folker, look from the broken stone to you in shock. Aye, the old man says. We were here nearly 40 years ago, same spot as now. Only a dozen of us left to the unkindness then. Better men by twice than all of you. There's rumbling, but the ravens keep listening. We run a job for a man. Pfeffer or Finner, Feiner, more like, he says, spitting at the memory. He set us up to take the fool for some of his other deals gone bad. We got surrounded here, and this bear of a Varl loses his mind, grabs a tree, a whole tree, and starts swinging. Spar starts coughing, but recovers. Nearly killed us all, but old Irinx took a hit like no other, and there you have it. The excited ravens start asking you questions, but Spar is all too happy to answer. Study the bird's shaped stone. Irinx, the god known as the winter bird, stands proudly on an eternal perch of snow and ice. Stories of season past, of hunting Radomir across the summer skies, of creating blizzards, while flapping its wings to land in winter, cover the outstretched wings. While walking around the stone, your foot thumps on something hollow. You clear away some ice and find a wooden box, probably left as some token of the faith to a dead god. Leaving anything behind for the dead is a waste, you say, immediately prying open the box and pocketing the small item within. Poor Irinx. Off we go. So, the morale decline is a bit of a pain, but we've got a lot of supplies, which is good. Cold creeps under your cloaks and forces the ravens to huddle together as wind whips around you. Snow begins to blot out the Wormscale mountains in the distance, and you're forced to call for an early camp. Rising from your sleep, you begin pacing, occasionally drumming your fingers on the top of the large cart. A motion in camp draws your attention. Walking towards it, you hear groans, and see Folker's shield rising and falling erratically among some furs. Humans, you snort, but the shield flips away, revealing a dredge grunt staring up at you. Stepping back, you bump into another dredge. Looking around, the entire Raven camp is a swarm of stone-armored bodies desperately reaching for you. When your axes lash out through nothing, you realize you are dreaming. An unexpected sadness swells in you, like you've let everyone down. A few of your ravens are watching you, smirking, but your growl makes them look away. You decide to walk the perimeter alone, while everyone else slowly awakens. Okay, so we've got training, we've got heroes, we've got rest. I guess we might be able to do some training. We don't need to rest, really. We don't need to look at heroes, I don't think. Here for another pissing match, Holfie or Quartermaster asks, are you begging me to show you how to really carve up some foes? We have no clansmen to train into fighters, so... Lots of neat little deadly tricks. Try to keep up. You're a berserk, and we're all impressed, Holfie says, before spitting. But if you lose it out there in a fight and start killing your own, well, then you're just a pain in the ass. So let's start with you and the Shield Maiden. I'm ready. I'm ready. Use Bulwark's Frenzy to kill 2 enemies with 1 attack. Use Champion to protect an ally from attack. Okay, so let's move you here, move you here, move you to here. Okay, so we could move to there, and maybe... I'm not sure if we want to go in like that or not. Fuck it, let's try. Strength damage -1. Just strength damage. It wouldn't kill her though, so... let us... Okay. You go to here. And... Champion. Champion. Okay, you go to here. I thought I protected an ally from attack. Maybe. Insult her. Okay, so you go to here, and then you attack him again for strength. Nice. You go to here. That's bad. Okay, well, that happened. I should have used champion really there. Okay, you, who's next up? That guy is. Well, then that makes sense to insult him. Okay, so you can maybe do that? I honestly don't know. Let's frickin' try it. That doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. Now we know. This is bad. Okay, you just armor break him, I guess. Okay, so we should now be able to cull the weak on him. And then just armor break, I guess. Although this isn't going to work, I feel. Does not matter. Okay. I failed that freaking miserably. Okay. No renown. Maybe we could try again. Possibly. What can you show me? Let's try it. I think maybe like when you take a break like this, you can like, you know. Okay. Let's try again. Alright, so you going on this guy is a good thing because you can reduce his strength. There we go. You can go in here and then champion the wrong person. God damn it. You can go here and we'll work on getting your armor down. You can't kill him, so let's do that. I killed him. Whoops. Get his armor down. Actually, cancel. Champion. Yep. You championed yourself this time. Okay. Keep getting his armor down for now. Although it does get our armor down, which in turn is bad. Okay, so 5 strength. That doesn't help us unless we get another attack in. Which we might. Okay, if we go here, right, let's check this shit out. So let's cull the weak on her. Full attack. He doesn't do 2 attacks. Was not aware of that. Okay. He's down. Okay. We're not going to get the champion to protect, though, which is actually a problem. Okay, so this time, we cull the weak on her. I think we only need to use 1. Because our strength... Yeah, we should only need to use 1. Berserker, renown +5. And then we attack and kill her. Okay. Man, that's ridiculous. And then what we do is we use the champion to full. Protect her again, apparently, because whatever. Whatever. Armor break. He's down. Does that stop the... Oh, for God's sake. I don't... That's a little bit aggravating, honestly. Defeat 3 enemies with a berserk. So we got that, at least. 5 renown. Yay. Okay. The pure randomness of that is actually vaguely aggravating. But our heroes are all fine, as far as I know. Yeah, they're all fine. We have a pipe plant. Plus will on rest. Plus armor on rest. Plus will. That would probably be good going to someone like Folker, maybe. Dependent. We'll take Ollie out and put Bulwark back in. Although we may want to... Something. Let's not promote for now as well. Let's keep going. And hoard our renown like the dirty hoarders we are. There's no need to rest. We won't do more training. Let's go. Around to hear you yelling. A harsh voice reaches your ears, followed by laughter of several others. Your abrupt halt alerts Fulker, who immediately signals a raven to fan out and draw their weapons. Investigate. Over the next rise, a group of 10 haggard fighters and a few Val surround half a dozen peasants and a broken wagon. A woman spots you and shouts, "Help us!" but a punch to the stomach drops her to the snow. The fighters turn, ready to fight. Just give us what's in the wagon. Ha! One man says. We were going to eat what's in that wagon when we finish with these folks. We're starving. Run away now or die. That's the Raven's banner, brother, another man says. This ain't the fight we want. The others agree, and the leader resigns to backing away slowly. A few Ravens follow them a ways while you deal with the women and the wagon. Thank you, the woman who was punched earlier says. I'm Sifa. I don't know. I know you don't want us around, but if you're headed towards Bindle, we'll follow your path. Fine, but your food is ours. Payment for saving you, you say. The woman nods her understanding, but to your surprise, the wagon is nearly empty. We'll keep our distance, Sifa says, but we'll be behind you. You grunt and walk off. Wow, there is not much in the way of supplies there. A couple of Raven scouts take off to check the cluster of tents ahead. Refugees from Ormsdal, one of them says upon returning. They've got a sizable camp and seem disciplined. They know we're here, the scout adds. No sense in trying to avoid them. You take the lead and approach the refugees. A hooded man with a red spear greets you. My name's Back, and this is Loffen. You're bulwark of the Ravens, and is this your wife? You are confused as much by his question as by the fact that no one is with the man. What do you want, Back? Direct. Then I'll be direct too. I'm leading this large group of trained fighters and tradesmen from Ormsdal. We're looking for a new home. We've done what it takes to survive out here, but they're starting to lose faith in me. You want us to reinforce your control? No. I want you to take over. Lead us someplace we can live. Loffen and I weren't meant for keeping others alive. The Loffen's his spear. What do I get in return? For one, we won't kill you. Back smiles, but there is no humour in his eyes. We'll share the food we've collected and fight alongside you should there be a need. He stops and confers with his spear. Spoiling you, Loffen is. We'll even spread the word of how great the Ravens are. We'll take you as far as Bindle. Back kisses the metal of his spear and smiles. You have my thanks. Oh, Loffen thanks you as well. So we got some clansmen now. It's gonna, reduces our supplies, a day of supplies a bit, but it's not too bad. And honestly, we've got quite a few fighters. The unyielding snowfall is proving too much for the humans who now vainly attempt to follow your large footprints. In truth, the sky and your surroundings lack enough contrast to know where you're going, and it's cold. Trees over here, Folker manages to say, motioning with her spear. The foliage blocks some of the wind, but does nothing for visibility. With no other options, you burrow into the snow, cloaked in your bear fur.
Darkness. Lightning. Someone pulling in the energy. Painful.
Verk, wake up, you damn bear. You're being robbed. You roar and shake off the foot of snow covering you. The unclear dream still vivid in your mind. Back uses his spear, Loffen, to point east. Those clansmen you saved, they killed your guards, and they're taking everything. Folker is by your side in seconds, followed by the spearmen. You sprint along the snowy path of the stolen supplies, straight into an ambush by the bandits, originally harassing the clansmen. Sifa turns and smirks. Well, it's time to murder people. Stealing from the Ravens? You must have a death wish. Okay, he's on my side, so... There we go. Oh. Pig sticker. Plus 10% critical chance per adjacent ally. Okay. Well, that's not that useful, is it? So, not in this situation at least. So I'll probably have to go for the armor here. Oh, he's on my side? Okay, did not know that. I'm going to move him in just purely because we need to get to this archer. That guy didn't even have a freaking chance. Jesus, this is rough. Have to move to here, I guess. Okay. Yeah, they managed to get together. That's unfortunate. There we go. And then we will... champion. Ow. You move to... Moving to there will not actually help us. Destroying this... Wait, you... Can you not attack that? No. Okay. Pig Sticker, however, will help us, and we may as well do it against him. No, no, Pig Sticker on him. Yeah, there you go. That... I don't know what the hell that did, but it didn't do well, that's for sure. You know what? We may as well just armor damage her. How the hell are we supposed to win this? Yeah, we did just hit our own guy. Armor hit, I guess. Again, armor hit seems to be the way to go. Honestly, I think going in against her and doing armor and well, actually, no, an armor hit. Just reduce this armor down, basically. Yep. He's still alive. Okay, go to here and then attack this guy for full damage. He needs to go down. I destroyed the... Okay. You, if you go to here... Uh-oh. That's not too bad. Then you can... Okay. What? Oh, because I got hit? God damn it. Yeah. Okay. You... Kill him. Wait. No. Wait. So we can do 4... Yeah, so that doesn't actually kill him, does it? Because we can do 4 damage to him, and that doesn't kill him. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but... If we do, like, a strength on him... Hopefully... Yeah, it's got to be, like, hopefully we don't hit someone else. How's she doing? She's low on armor, but aside from that, she's not too bad. Okay, so we'll take an armor hit on this dude. This is bad. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll do Culling of the Weak on this dude. He's dead. And then we'll do a full hit on her. She's dead. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Let's take this guy out. Okay, that's some armor, there's some hell, like, yeah, down on him. And some strength down on us, which is unfortunate. A lot of strength down on us, very unfortunate. Okay, well, shit. Even deflected the damage. Awesome. Yeah, we've lost this. God damn it. I don't see how we're... Like, most of our soldiers got screwed before. You ungrateful brute. I left you with half your food, Sifa says. Here's a small reminder to leave well enough alone. She fires an arrow that sinks in your thigh, but your anger kills the pain as the bandits take off with your supplies. Morale declined. Honestly, like, it's not that bad. Rest. I think we need to rest, probably. Seeing as that went so freaking south. No, apparently we don't. Alright then. Well, interesting. To say the least. Well, we don't need to rest, so let's not do anything. Let's just keep going. We're almost at Bindle as well.
The miners of Bindle are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in this mess. I guess old Irinx hasn't forgiven you yet after all. Shouldn't you have died already? Spar grunts. Soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountain. Brambles, more like. He squints into the distance. There's bound to be more people from Ormsdal trying to find a new home in Bindle, Spar says. Crowded towns haven't always been good for us. We're only stopping long enough for supplies. Spar glances up at you and snorts. Sounds good, he says, but these ravens are hungry and lonely. Supplies might mean more than food and mead to them. Won't take much to set the guards on us. He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and sleep in solitude. Maybe I should have got the morale up before going in. All these people are looking for food and a home. And I'm looking for ale. Is that so much to ask for? I bet that scout tower already sent word of us being here. Which one? There's like 3 at least in shot. 4 actually, there's one in the background all the way back there. The snowstorm is worse than ever as you arrive at the walls of the millennium town of Bindle. The gates are closed and you beat a fist against them. Open the fen gates, you shout. From the wall, 2 menders look down on you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half-dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points and says, "Just you." Folker steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. "She comes with me." The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods. Before following him through the gates, you bark commands to other ravens to stay close and vigilant. Inside the small gatehouse are the 2 menders from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear, and a cub of a man holding a staff. Valka Zephyr is the Raven Banner. So it seems, but why here? Why now? Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this blasted storm caught us. Planned to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hole up. We brought some people with us, they need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bulwark? Bulwark Bloodaxe? Hold your tongue, Nickels. What do you know about me, boy? I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true your axe handles are made from your own horns? The older mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. Wow, I never knew I was travelling with such a legend. You ignore her. Are you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Aberang a while back with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bindle west as we've heard too many rumours of Dredge. More than rumours, we were in Bursgard, saw a bellower. The immortal Sunder, how did you escape? Immortal was a joke. He's dead. Nikel's eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive. What about the great rift that opened between Bursgard and Ormsdala? We managed. Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough. Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormsdala, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild yaks. Fine, we'll camp against the leeward walls. Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter Avalka and her assistant can give you. Funny you won't let us in when we're on a job for one of your own. You snarl at Volker for saying too much. She shrugs in response. I'm not aware of another Volker being out in this direction. Who has tasked you? Juno. Zephyr steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nickels, you and the guards see what you can do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it and make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mender nods respectfully to Zephyr and grins at you and Volker before leading the guards through the gate. I'm inviting only the two of you to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit more warmth and comfort. And separate us from my ravens? No. Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary. Maybe, but I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation. My superior... No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Valkyr known as Juno is dead. Dun dun dun. The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The Mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. Do you know what's causing the ground to shake? Remember the giant serpent that appeared at Einartoft? It felt pretty similar. But why would it be here now? Do you think it's following us? Ivan pales a little, then shrugs. Anything is possible, so that's what you should prepare for. He shifts nervously for a moment before meeting your eyes. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer. I'm going to stick with improving my skills as a hunter. I have a feeling he's going to die, but still. The Mender silently smiles at you. You know, your ability with that bow will only grow. That and your decisiveness will probably serve you better than any spell weaving I could teach you. You thank him as he walks away. Low morale and no supplies. Sounds like a match made in heaven. Game Trail, one of the few gathered hunters says, looking at a beaten path of grass. No telling what we might find down it, but it'll fill some stomachs. Make a wager for who brings back the biggest kill. Everyone in the group starts smiling and tossing coins in a purse before heading down the trail. When it branches, 2 hunters sprint left and 3 think the center trail looks promising. Search the ground for any clues. The other hunters took paths with cloven hoof tracks. There is a chance you could kill the largest hog among them. To the right are rabbit tracks and possibly something much bigger, but it is hard to tell. Right. You choose to hunt alone and move down the path quietly. Sure enough, a couple of hares bolt for cover before you can sight them. But it's not you they're afraid of. The scent hits you as a bear crashes through the brush nearby. You instinctively aim and fire, scoring a shot no one will ever believe. You shot 537 pounds of meat. However, you are only able to carry 100 pounds back to the caravan. One hunter was wounded, but it will heal. The 2 others brought back a large boar, but you are clearly the victor. You give everyone back their coin, and drinks are shared while the injured man's leg is mended. Later, the entire caravan enjoys the stories of the hunt while feasting. Got some more supplies, but it's barely going to last us, apparently. Easy boy, a clansman shouts, as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the Eastway Road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back to Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding our way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Ormshill riverbed. We can head towards Grundar and on west. Tryggvi peers around Hawken's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why'd you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs. But there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living. Old ways. Stick to the mud, and cragsmen are the less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backwards people of Swartzbog. Tryggvi frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor. This is why the Val can tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Tryggvi hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. I don't want to risk running out of food. Are you sure? I know food is scarce, but if we're killed in a fight, full carts won't help us. We'll be fine, just keep your axe sharp. Harkon looks over at Ivor, who just shrugs. You prepare to turn the caravan south. We don't have any food, we got 2 days of food. And we do have quite a lot of fighters, considering. I feel like it's the best option. A group of 24 humans, thin and dirty, step off the rough path to let the caravan pass. Please, a young girl says. Anything to eat? Her mother, eyes averted, pulls the girl by the arm to silence her. Look what we can't. As you walk past the people, you hear a few grateful words behind you and know that a few of the clansmen have spared some of their own food. Maybe it will keep that group alive. Maybe it will only extend their suffering. I'd love to stop as well. The second we get some supplies, I will stop. Once you cross the Ormshill riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. We just have to keep going. There's no, morale, yeah, we need it, but... Okay. We've got a little bit of forage. Can we take a day to get our morale back up? I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Luden says. At least others have the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usually quiet Yox indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that led us to a few paths of solid ground over there. He points while shouting over the yacht. Uneven and bumpy, but easier than this. Stone markers? Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking a path through this place is all I can figure. You would ask Trigvi, but he's nowhere around. Probably out gathering mushrooms. Could be more trouble than it's worth. We'll push on. The man looks surprised, but shrugs it off. The rain continues, and the caravan struggles to keep moving. Morale declined. Awesome. Yep, we have to take a day. We have to take a day. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Yrsa stands quietly nearby. Glad to be heading home? Ludin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Aberrang. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible that I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor and Yrsa are surprised to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. What do you plan to do with this understanding? If we make it to Aberrang without being slaughtered by a dredge, when we make it, I'll talk to the king about my ideas for sharing information, advisors learning from craftsmen, craftsmen learning from advisors. You've never seen the prince this animated, but then his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Yrsa will agree. My father's not what you'd call open-minded. The king's a hard man, has to be, but his son is his weakness. Ludin glares at her, but the archer only smirks. Can you tell me about King Meinolf? I suppose, but there's not much to it. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly that. I used to think the same thing about my father, sometimes. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday, you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with peasant commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. You have a charming way of humbling me. Yrsa rolls her eyes. Just keep an open mind about your father the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludin and Yrsa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? When did you become so full of sage advice? Since I started listening to you? Gods, don't start making that mistake. The two of you share a smile before moving on. The blonde axeman, one of the two twins from a small village near Skogard, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. Hogan, everything okay? He glares at you. You look like you wished that piece of wood was me. I'm just wondering if I should have left with the ravens. Why is that? I followed your father a long way, and now you, and for what? My brother's gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? What do you want to do? I'm torn. I think it's good for me to be out there fighting, makes me feel alive, like I'm doing something, but I know why my wife worries. Her father was consumed with raiding, felt useless when he wasn't fighting. He died soon after she was born. Depths, you make big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Be with your family. Hogan sighs with relief and nods. Well, I'll still be around, but I'll be busy playing with my kids. Thanks, Alette, and be safe out there when you're fighting. Unfortunately, as cool as he is, I feel like he'd go insane. Like, yeah, so. Weak morale. We can't afford another day, unfortunately. How are heroes doing? What's this? All talent ranks +1. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe give that to well, we'll wait on it, but we'll see. Okay. We can't rest. I don't think it's worth training right now. We should just leave and keep going. We need those supplies, basically. Someone's son is missing, Ivar says, motioning to a crowd shouting a boy's name. A man with bleary eyes looks at you and says, "He's my only son. He treats his white goat like his best friend. It must have wandered off and he's out there looking for it." The man looks across the rainy bog. "I've got to find my boy." We can't stop but take some gear and get your son. The people take some food and rope and head back into swampy land. You watch, unsure if they'll make it out. At this point, losing 8 supplies and a few clansmen is not a problem. The clansmen involved follow you through the worst rain and mud you've experienced. An unfortunate break in slogging through the muck comes from a woman shouting, "Get away from there, who are you?" A couple of cragsmen, locals in rough spun clothing that almost blends into the bog, jump back from a supply cart and brandish weapons. The roar of bears and other cragsmen come from around you. Oh, we're fighting, okay. Okay, we want our shield dude, Mogger, right there. And you before that. Who else do we want? The prince is actually pretty good, as I remember. So let's put the prince in there. Gris, maybe, or Gunnulf? Ivar, possibly? I can't remember. He's, yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, let's put Ivar in there as well. And we'll go with that for now. We probably want Ivan in there if we can. We could take Oddleaf out. Yeah, fuck it. Let's take Oddleaf out and put Ivan in. And then we have this, which is all talents. +2 to all talent ranks. Which we can't give to him. We could give to Alette. Or we could give to... Let's give to Ivan. I think that would actually be pretty useful. And then this, which is plus dodge strength attacks, can go to him. And seeing as he's pretty low rank, yeah, compared to everyone else, let's promote him once, and it gives him improve your ability as well. Okay, we'll leave the rest for now. But we will take that, and we will take that, I think. Yeah, okay. We could rank up other people, but I think for now we're just going to go in like so. And hope for the best. There's Bear. Okay. Want our shield dude there. Want you there, like so. Then we'll have our mender like that. We'll have our spear dude there. And we'll have you at the back here. Done. Move to there. And then hit you with a shield break. With a shield break. With a shield break. With a shield break. Okay, move you in there definitely. Kill this person, absolutely. What abilities do you have? Impale. Cause it, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's move him. Move him to here. And then end turn. See what the bear does. Yeah, we need to take out the bear. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to move him to here. And then just do some full-on strength damage to him, I think. Not great, but we'll have to live with that. Okay, so what can we do? We can take out someone who's lost armor. He's lost a bit. We can Overwatch. So who's lost armor that can use it? Okay, so move him to here, and then have him... There's no one diagonal, so we'll mend his armor. and they try and take it back again. That's fine. So we've actually got 4 strength we can do here. What's the other thing we can do? Bring the pain. Return the favor. Getting hit triggers a counterattack. Breaks the enemy's armor. Punishes enemies for retaliating. Affected enemy will attack the hero next turn. He's got 13 strength. That is higher than... Let's do bring the pain. Uh-oh. And now we can do a massive hit, which he absorbed a lot of, apparently. I was not aware of that. That is annoying. Big impale. What's happening? Actually did a lot of damage to him. That was probably very worthwhile. We can't take him out. Okay. Okay, so who can we go for? We could go for an armor shot on... Let's go for an armor shot on him. Reduce his armor. He may actually be a problem because he's got a shield. Oh, crap. My Mender. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you move to here. And then... Troll stones. There? Like, there? Yeah. Do a bit of strength damage to him. And makes him... Well, makes him attack us, apparently. Whoops. We will... We have no armor damage to do on this guy. I think what we'll do is... Not enough willpower, okay? I think what we'll do is we'll just go in for a hit on him. There we go, he's down. Maybe we'll get food from the bears. I'm hoping we get food from the bears, basically. Yeah, we can smash this dude down. I don't think we actually need to use all of that. Just one. Just one. You go to here and impale him. Nope. Attack him. Armor down. Let's do strength down. He needs to lose some strength, honestly. This is a much easier fight, I must say. I think, like, considering they're all about, you know, how awesome they are and everything like that, they're actually kind of shit. Like the guys who left us. Okay, let's check this out. Let's just see if we mend him for like this. It puts him back up to 10. That's pretty good, actually. Just means they keep hitting his armor and losing their own, which is pretty strong, really. Actually, let's give him a horn, and let's use Bring the Pain on him. Break his armor, and increases the amount of armor they lose, which I find hilarious. Yep. And then let's kill him. And this guy's basically dead, pretty much. Yep, dead. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. We're almost out of food.
Flame welcomes endless war. But why?
Please have food here. Where is our food? We need to be. We basically now need to. Even now, the petrified flames ward off our Varl friends. Okay, so the Varls aren't here. We need to save our renown for food, basically. Placed upside down in the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach towards the sky. All the Varl, including Ivor and Harkon, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Alio, what do you search the Godstone for any items? Walking around the entire route system only takes a moment, but you find nothing of interest. It's as if no one has been here in a very long time. The uncomfortable rainy setting urges everyone to rejoin the Varl quickly. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. We have no food. Oh, there's a town there. Just get to the town. People are going to die, though. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the Yoks to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains, with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Harkon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him. Get there before the end of the day, please.
That almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world.
Bollocks.
Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
In a field just outside of Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. I don't believe it. Are those... Two horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. Me too. The two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Everyone move back. Fuck's sake. Your sudden shout spooks the female horseborn. She throws a javelin which pins the ground near your feet. Several archers fire, but their shots are wide. No more arrows. The male says something in what sounds like a long stream of consonants. The female lowers her second javelin. We just want to help. The male's tail swishes. You help? His voice sounds strained, and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. Oddleaf steps aside as you wave to Ivan for help. The female looks agitated. She speaks in their strange way. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help, Ruech and others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters.